It's Wednesday, November 27th, 2019, and this is the Pro and the Con Show. I'm your host, Michael James Ott. Welcome to the show, day before Thanksgiving in 2019. So the precursor, Thanksgiving Eve? I don't know. Anyway, so show is trying to encourage us to be better citizens, better members of our community. Listen to each other, at least understand the opposing views, at least try to understand them, where these people are coming from. And today, though, rather than talk about some of the bias that comes to us from these various information streams that again, many of them are under no obligation whatsoever to tell you the truth. So I just want to point that out. Just title of this show is called Happiness. And this time of year, actually, it's kind of an odd thing because it seems like people's feelings kind of diverge at this time of year. Some of them get quite happy, the holidays, spending time with family, and then others seem to get fairly depressed. And what I wanted to point out in this particular show is that I mentioned the name of the show is Happiness. So there's 4 simple things that bring us happiness, according to various scientists that have been trying to study these things. So they say that instead of buying things, which is another big thing that we do at this time of year, you do these other things. And so there's this article, and apparently it originally appeared in Fast Times, but let me just go to those 4 things and then make a comment after we talk about the 4. So one is go to a park. So what they're saying is that people, us, all of us, if you go and spend some time just walking in nature, walking through in a trail through a forest, walking along a babbling brook, going to a lake shore or a seashore. By the way, personal favorite of mine is going to a seashore and just walking on the beach and seeing the ocean. I don't know what it is, but there's this deeply calming, deeply affecting part of that for me. And it just makes me feel great. It makes me happy. So they talk about, try to, and they've done, measurements and stuff like that of bodily activity. And yeah, it definitely, all the indications are stress is greatly reduced, anxiety, and then these inner feelings, and they can monitor certain brain centers and stuff like that. All are improved. Spend some time in nature. Go meet a friend. Yeah. So who would have guessed it? All of us, I guess. Most of us. Actually, we're social beings, and, go spend some time with friends. That friendship, just talking about things and listening to, other people that you like and they like you, and just sharing some humor and that kind of stuff that typically happens between various friends. Again, the same sorts of physical internal things occur. Another thing, the 3rd thing on the list, is do something creative. Now, you don't even have to be good at it. You can, paint something, and you can be terrible at painting. But who's to say? Actually, if you look at different paintings, and some of those, I don't know about you, but some of them I'm just like, wow, who decided this was a good painting? But, anyway, painting, craft kinds of things, and especially if it's where you can, you aren't going to get torn up by the fact that maybe it's not perfect. Okay? But just doing creative activity like there's various software programs where you can create music relatively easy. Well, you could just play, if you just play around with creating some music of some kind, this can be a very fulfilling thing, and again, increase your level of happiness in your life. And the fourth thing on the list is be active. So move around. So this is go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a swim, just go hiking on a trail, any of these kinds of things. And again, this kind of exercise kind of stuff improves your happiness level. In fact, for example, if you are thrown out of work or whatever, one of the things that they tell you to do is make sure you're getting regular exercise, because this has a tendency to build the spirit. Losing work for a lot of people, most people, I guess, really can have a negative, impact on your kind of self-esteem and that kind of stuff. And in vast majorities of cases, it's really not anyone's fault. The company maybe isn't, whoever you're working with or working for, is just not working out. The economy has shifted or whatever, and you find yourself displaced. Well, moving around is the key way to help yourself with that. So those are the four ways. So get out there in nature, okay? Have some good times with friends, do something creative, and get out there and move around. Now, I'm going to tie this to one of my favorite subjects, which is changing the definition of success. Now, you'll notice that none of those four things about increasing your happiness talked about going out and buying a new diamond ring, or a fancy car, or a new outfit. Those things, they can maybe provide, for some people, they can provide a very, very momentary increase in their happiness, but that is extremely fleeting, and it's really to be avoided. So redefine success. We have to put behind us this thing that really causes a lot of anxiety and stress and depression, and that is our current definition of success, which is the accumulation of wealth, influence, and power. This is the opposite of trying to be happy or being a happy person. That's the opposite of it. So instead, redefine success in terms of service to the planet and the people on it. Service. So getting out there, moving around, helping other people, friends, family members, community members. Wow. Helping the planet. Well, getting out in nature, probably. Or helping, making sure that the parks and everything that we do have are well maintained and expanded. These kinds of things, again, very deeply fulfilling in your soul. Okay, so redefine success. The great news is, again, you don't. It's the miracle. The true miracle is you don't need permission from your church, from your spouse, from your parents, from your kids, from your employer. You don't need a congressional bill and law signed into effect. Don't need a constitutional amendment. You just need to change your definition of success. And when you do, dun dun dun, you're going to find yourself being a whole lot happier. For the Pro and Con Show, this is Michael James Ott. I hope you have an awesome day and a happy day. And until the next show, bye for now.